have found really work for me, and they may not work for you, but this is just something that I find works for me. Okay, so I always keep a notebook of everyone that likes, comments, messages me, anything to do with the business or the products. I have a list of people that are just there, and then you always know those people that are interested. You can come back to them at the end of the month. That to me is just the biggest, like, a lot of people don't do it, and then you forget who is interested, and your list is your best friend, trust me. So secondly, I've got build relationships, which again is probably something you've all heard before, but it is so important. Sometimes, like, you wouldn't even need to post, as long as you're in Messenger and talking to people and building genuine relationships, liking their stuff, commenting on stuff. Like, to me, that is more important than putting like a post out about your breakfast. I just think that people buy because they like you, they buy into you, not necessarily your product. So to me, relationships is key, completely key. Sometimes, because I'm so busy at work, I don't even have time to post, but I'll have like 20 conversations going with people, just seeing how their day is. And it's surprising sometimes how you'll just get into a conversation with someone about, I don't know, what they've been doing that day, and they'll message you and be like, oh yeah, can you tell me a little bit more about what you're doing? I've seen your post, da, 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 da. You know, and I haven't even spoke to them about it. It's all about relationships. So let me just read this one. Yeah, so again, going back to kind of your Facebook posts, I think it's really easy to see if someone is just doing the company kind of for money. You have to be really genuine. You have to show your passion for the product, which sounds stupid, but I've seen a lot of people, you can just tell who just doesn't care, who's chucking up a sales post, and who genuinely like is having the best time with the products and the company. So like for me, for instance, okay, I don't really have pictures I can post like, oh, look at me, I've lost kind of 2 pounds this week, but I will share in the morning just a picture of me having my shake or me taking my berries, how they make me feel, what they're doing for me. Like at the minute, I've got a lot of I have posted my hair results, so I've put before and afters of my how my hair's growing, and that's got a lot of interest because people are seeing me with the results. I've also been doing things like I've started running. So okay, that's nothing to do with Juice Plus, but people are kind of linking it because I started running with my Juice Plus journey. They're following my journey, they're seeing me getting better. It all kind of like links together. So again, going back to posts, it's so important to make your posts like really eye-catching, make the words clear, spelling, anything that can catch people's eye is just super duper important. I hate it when like I see people maybe like screenshot a picture and it's like half blurred, and it has like their screenshot of their clock and date and stuff on their phone at the top. It just looks so unprofessional. So really think about your layout, how your pictures are coming across, how your words are coming across. Does it feel like it's going to grab you if you kind of scroll down? Are you so if you're talking about the boosters, hashtag boosters, that's going to make the booster words stand out. Hashtag weight loss, hashtag results, things like that. Typing that into your status is going to make those words pop out bolder. It's going to catch people's attention. Emojis, everything like that, really, really good. Let me just read this. Da-da-da-da-da. So this is something that this time round with Juice Plus I have really worked on, and it has made such difference. Again, it's probably really obvious, but I struggled to do it the first time round. And this is just keeping in contact with your customers and really kind of, again, building a relationship with them. So you've sold them the product, you've got the sale, brilliant. Now you need to be checking in with them constantly, whether it's just to see how they're getting on with the products, or just you still kind of want to be that friend to them. So for instance, let's say a customer, Claire, you know, I might check in and say, oh, how are you getting on with your shakes? She says, yeah, brilliant, lost, I don't know, £3 this week. Great. So I'm not just going to leave it there. I'm going to find out what she's been doing in the week. I don't want her to feel like she's just been there for sales. I want her to feel like we're now friends. We are friends, you know. And I've really tried to focus on doing that after all of my sales. And it could just be like a sort of quick pop in 5 minutes to just see how they are. But actually, I've had quite a few referrals from my customers to other people. And the first thing they've said is that, you know, I really helped them out. I haven't helped them out that much. I've just sort of been checking in and seeing, but they appreciate it. So really, really, really recommend doing that. Another thing, again, probably really, really obvious, consistency. Like, I've had times this month where I've just been like, at the beginning of this week, I was just kind of like, oh, I've hit a wall. Nothing is happening. No one is liking anything. No one is commenting. Everyone I'm speaking to is poor. No one wants to join me. Why am I doing this? We all hit that wall, every single one of us. Like, the top leaders in the company will tell you that as a thing. But you really do have to just be consistent. Like, I was talking to Beth today, and I was like, oh my God, I've had so many people today and yesterday message me to join or message me for products. Today alone, I've had 5 people inquire to join out of the blue that I've never spoken to. You know, and I was sat at home Monday nearly in tears because I was like, no one wants to join me. So honestly, it's just about being consistent no matter what. Like, even when you think nothing is happening, I promise you 1,000 times that round the corner, all of a sudden, everyone will just flood to you. I promise. I've been in like hundreds of companies, and like, when you hit that wall and it's horrible and you want to give up, just keep posting, and I swear down, like, consistency is the #1 word. Definitely. Okay, so going on to something that people might not think is a good tip, or might not think maybe it's something that you would do within this company, but I really feel that live videos, I know people are going to be like, oh, I don't want to do a live video, but let me tell you, so all of those people that you've added on Facebook, you're trying to build relationships with, you're going into Messenger, hi Sally, how are you today? And they're like, oh, I'm okay, I took the kids to school. And you're like, oh, good, have you got much planned for the weekend? You know, you just chat away, don't you, trying to find out about them. If you can do a few live videos, maybe even just take... Oh, are we okay?
Yeah, keep going.
Sorry. Yeah, it's all right. I heard someone's mic kick. Where did I get to? So yeah, making like a live video, making a shake, maybe just how to make a booster, show how the boosters work. People are gonna click in, join you, and be like, oh, that girl's been talking to me, she's live. Oh yeah, and they're gonna watch you, they're gonna see your personality, they're gonna get more of a feel what you're like as a person. I always try to be extra smiley, extra energetic, a little bit stupid, just anything so people kind of feel a bit of like warmth towards you. And that's going to sound really, but like, you know, that's coming, they don't know who you are, why you've added them, or why you're being their friends. But if you could, you know, if you can get them to sort of watch you live, or they might watch you live, they're getting more of your personality. And again, that ties in with voice notes. So for instance, I could be mid conversation with someone and someone could be like, yeah, I'm going on holiday next week to Rome or something. So instead of typing like, oh, I've been there, it's nice, you know, I would, I don't know, do a quick voice note and be like, oh my God, I've been to Rome. It is so nice. You should totally check out. Da, 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 da. And they get like people just get more of a feel for you as a person when you put your voice to something, when you put your face to something. So any opportunity you can do a voice note or a live video, as much as you can, like, to me, those just are brilliant. People just get to know you and get to know your personality better. Let's say only a couple more points. So, oh yeah, I wanted to point out that I work full time in a salon. Now, I know a lot of us get people that are like, oh, I can't do it, I'm too busy. Like, I own a beauty salon, so I work Tuesday to Saturday, 9:30 till about 6:30, 7:00. For me, my routine is when I get up in the morning about 7:45, I do like a sort of positive quote. I might do like a testimonial, and then I might do me having my shake or a picture of my breakfast. I do those 3 posts in the morning or something similar. Then sometimes I can't post all day because I'm absolutely chocker with clients, and it's a shame that the Tweet app has gone, because that used to be my pride and joy. But I can't schedule posts now. So sometimes I can get on and do a few posts in the day, sometimes I can't. But my main hours of working is when I come home from about 7:30 till about 10, when I go to bed, 11 latest. So I only have a few hours every day. And I try to do as much as I can then, talking to people, that kind of thing. So yeah, as I said, like, in the majority, I'm literally talking to people in Messenger. I might do a few posts, but I'm straight to Messenger, talking to people, building relationships. Again, I think that is so much better than just posting. And I used to be someone that would just do posts and wait and sit there and be like, okay, I've got no biters, I'll do another post. And what you should be doing is spending more time in your Messenger, talking to people. That's going to get you a lot further than just posting, in my opinion.
I was actually told that once. I remember Sinead Kavanagh, who's one of our biggest PMDs in the business, and she once
Yeah,
said, post your stuff on Facebook, on your Facebook timeline, but the end of the day, where the business happens, where the magic happens, is in your inbox, in your
yeah,
messenger, because that's where
definitely.
you're actually talking to people. You can post on, but like you were saying, I liked your tip at the beginning about how it's important to be commenting and liking on people's
Yeah,
profiles, because if you're just waiting for people to bite on your wall, then you're not really adding anything to their lives. They're waiting for their like and their comment to come up. We all sit there, we post something, we're waiting for a like, we're waiting for a comment. But so are the normal people out there that are like potential customers, potential team members. They're posting stuff on their walls that's about them, about their daily life, and they're waiting for people to acknowledge that, because everybody's waiting for that sort of bit of acknowledgement. And if you're the person that they see liking your stuff and commenting on your things all the time, then all of a sudden they're going to think, so they're either A, going to follow you more, or B, they're going to start to build that friendship with you and feel that they know you. I know that a lot of people, that when they've met me for the first time, whether it be at an event or whatever, they go, oh, it's like I feel like, sometimes I don't even know these people. Sometimes I've never actually met this person. I don't even know what they look like. And they come up to me, they go, hi, Sally. And I'm like, who are you? But they feel like they know me, and they feel like they know. And when people feel like they know you, they feel like they can approach you. And if they feel like they can approach you, then they're going to be more open to finding out a bit more about what it is that you're doing, what you're selling, and what you're offering as a business. So your tips have been amazing, Jess. Really, really amazing. I'm just really conscious of the time, because
that's fine. I babble
um,
on. No.
you've done so well, and honestly I think most people on the call wouldn't believe that it's only your first month in the business. Absolute natural, and I knew from the minute that you sort of joined our team that you were going to be an absolute natural born leader. So I was very excited when you accepted to come on and share your top tips with everyone, so thank you so much for doing that. Beth, I wanted to hand over to you, just because Beth's been, like I say, to our NMD event that was on last weekend, and it did look absolutely incredible. And all through the day, Beth was going, "Oh my god, this." She was messaging me like, "Oh, there's this tip and there's this tip, and oh my god, I need to get it out of my head when I get back. There's so much to feedback." So, I'm going to hand over to Jess. I'm just going to quickly address a couple of the comments in the chat. Kelly Marie's put, if a customer doesn't respond to your messages and you're still trying to keep a relationship and continue to contact them but no reply, what do you do? Firstly, I'd say probably just stop inboxing them too much. You know, after about 4 messages, I tend not to hassle them, but perhaps go back to commenting and posting things on their wall, just to sort of show that sort of less informal, more informal friendship of sort of, this is our public friendship and this is what goes on people's walls. But if you're not getting any messages to the inbox messages, then I'd probably just leave them for a bit and then, you know, keep that relationship up. And then Katrina just says, great tips. So I'm recording the rest. So let's hand this over to Beth, because I'm conscious that we are going to run out of time otherwise. So Beth, I'm trying to unmute you. Can you unmute yourself? It won't let me do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're unmuted. Perfect. I'll hand over to you then, my lovely.
Amazing. So yeah, the event was incredible. It's probably one of the best ones I've been to in a long time. They had a really good mixture of people. So a mixture of people who were like fast starters who have like done like PMD in like 7 months, and like people like Dan Aldridge who have been doing it for like a little bit longer, but they've been growing a slow and steady business. So it was a really good lineup. I think they did really well putting it together. So first, Dan's bit. This was really amazing. He's got a really, really good mindset. But the thing that they have most in their team is they are so like close-knit. He said on the last day he was going for NMD. He didn't even tell his team he was going for NMD. They didn't know. One of his team members told everyone else and said, like, let's push it. Let's push it for Dan. And between them, they got £5,000 worth of orders in the last, like, 6 hours of the day, which is insane. So he said, like, mainly, like, they do a lot of events locally, so they build up like a local team so they can meet up with them and stuff. They build close friendships. They have a regular meet-up once a month with Alex Webb and all their leaders. They focus on, they bring in new people and then they train their people who are doing really well to become good leaders. Then their leaders bring in new people, then they do the training, like passing on the torch kind of thing. So he said that the leaders are responsible for their own business. If something goes wrong in their business, it's not their upline's fault, it's not their downline's fault, it's their own fault. Like, you have to take responsibility for your own business. You can say like your team's not working and stuff, but at the end of the day, like, they're not, like, there's so many more people in the world. If your team's not working, make a new team kind of thing. And he said that we're not building a business, we're building people. So in their team, they really, really focus on training leaders. And they've got like 2 girls who are just about to go SSC. Like, they're really focused on clubs as well. So getting people to SDD, helping them to PB qualify. So like all the simple stuff. They're really, really good at that. And he said that you can never fail if you never give up, which is a really good quote. I really liked his talk. It was funny as well, but it was good because I'm more of a Dan. I'm more of like a slow builder. Whereas like there are some people who are like really fast, but you need like the slow and steady, and you need the speed. Like, you need to have a combination of both, he said, which is how he has done NMD. The next bit was the Rising Stars panel. So these were 3 girls who have just gone SSC, and most of them, and all 3 of them did it and built it up in about 2 months. Like, they changed their business that quickly. 2 of them are on Cassie Smith's team, and one of them is in Emma Snedden's team. So this was really interesting. So I know we do have team power hours. They're not very regular. I think we used to have them like 3 times a week, but I don't quite know what's happened to them, but they do 6 a.m. power hours, and they're all on separate teams, but they do it all together. So they pull their teams together. They all take turns in running one. Every single day they do a 6 a.m. power hour, which I was speaking to some of the girls in the Princess Movement about. We were talking about starting this up like maybe next week. We'd all take it in turns. Now, I am not a morning person. Absolutely not a morning person. Sally will tell you that. Jess will tell you that. Definitely. I was supposed to meet her earlier, and I actually had an accidental nap, so I was late to meeting her. But like the past few days, I've been waking up really early, like ever since this event, because I just like, everyone was going on about how like it's that time in the morning and then the time in the evening is the most important. The bits in the day is not that important. Most people are at work, they're not really on their phones. People are on their phones like as soon as they wake up, they go on their phone, and just before they go to bed, like after dinner kind of thing, everyone's on their phone in the evening. So I think 6 a.m. power hours sound really good. So if anyone's interested in either running one or joining them, we're going to set up like a little group and do that. Even though you work from home, you still have to go to work and be disciplined. So Shannon was saying that even though she works from home a couple of times a week, she goes to Starbucks, she takes herself out of the house, gets in a different environment. It gives herself new things to post about. Oh, that's great, Lauren. Thank you. Gives you new things to post about, gives you content for pictures. Gets you in a different kind of headspace, also gives you a chance to talk to people who is also important to take it off social media. Lauren works full-time, so she's a social worker. She's got a very demanding job. She's got a toddler who gets not a toddler, a baby who gets her up about 4 a.m. She goes to work, she gets up, leaves for work at like 6:30, 7 or something like that. So she does all her work then. And she was saying that some people are like, oh, you know, I'm not really doing my business if I'm not allowed to post during the day. If you post between the hours of 5 and 7 every day, and then when you get home from work every day, that's still consistent because you're still posting at the same time every day. It just doesn't mean that you have to post throughout the day consistently. It means doing it at the same time every day. So she said she always posts a good morning post to open up her shop window, and a like good night post before bed. She does a couple of posts in the morning, usually what she's having for breakfast or whatever. She talks to her team, checks in with her clients. She does this daily. And then sorry?
Sarah Thomas, who's a QNMD as well, she's exactly the same. She's got a really busy job and she works full time, and all she says, I don't funny about with posting all bloody day. She says, I haven't got bloody time for all that crap. I literally post in the morning and in the evenings, and that's it. And that's literally, as long as you are, like you say, as long as you're consistent, I can't really see, you know, we don't need, in fact, Facebook algorithms have now changed. So you actually, if you do 2 or 3 very quality posts now, they will be shown to more of your audience than if you do 5 and 10 posts that are random crap because you feel like you need to be posting something. So really think about the content of your posts, and if you're only having 2 times a day that you can post, make them really good quality posts, and honestly Facebook will thank you for that as well. So it's just another little tip.
Yeah. And also she says she's not allowed to post anything about Juice Plus during the day because obviously she's in work. So even if it's a break, she's not allowed to. So she only posts personal stuff throughout the day, which she replies to a lot of the comments on, or she'll post an interactive post in the middle of the day in her lunch break, because it helps your evening posts to be seen. And so when she does her Juice Plus posts in the evening, it helps them to be seen. It boosts your algorithm. This is a really cool thing which I've started doing. When they get a new team member on their team, no matter whether it's they're in 2 separate teams, they're under Cassie Smith, but they're 2 like separate legs, so they have nothing to do with each other's business. But when a new team member comes in, they all tag each other, everyone who's in the team. It makes it look like a massive movement, the same as if someone's going for a promotion, because the person who's reading it doesn't know if that person is your downline in your direct business or not, so it doesn't really matter. So even if someone on Lauren's or Amy's team and you know them and they're going for a promotion, like post about it, tag each other, like support each other, it makes it look like a huge movement. In the end, at the end of the day, we are all on the same team anyway. We're all under like Olivia's team. So make use of the opportunity call. This probably doesn't get used enough. Instead of asking them, was it okay, whatever, after the opportunity call, ask them, what did you like about it? Is there anything else you need to know before you make a decision? This is one of the girls who's on Emma Snedden's team. So asking a different type of question, it makes the responses better. So like saying like, oh, did you watch it? Was it okay? They're going to go, yeah, no, kind of not really very interesting responses. But if you say, what did you like about it? It makes it very specific. And is there anything else you need to know before you make a decision? Because they're either going to say, no, I don't need any more information, I'm ready to sign up. Or yes, please, can you help me with this question? Then you can answer it and then hopefully they'll sign up. This girl on Emma Snedden's team recruits like about 10 people a month. She recruited 12 people last month. Then Shannon, she uses Instagram. This is the same as me. She gets most of her business from Instagram. So she hardly posts anything on her actual page. This is the same as me. I post maybe once a day. That if that, I post everything on my story. Because people watch the stories on Instagram more than they do the newsfeed because they're right at the top. The people who you watch more, like all the celebrities that I watch their posts, they all come up first for me. So if someone's watching it a lot, you'll be first as well. So post about what you're eating throughout the day. This is where you can put pictures of packaging and stuff, like a picture of a soup or a picture of a bar in your hand or whatever, and it's not like in your face because it's then gone in 10 seconds and it's not constantly on their newsfeed. You're posting stuff like that on your Facebook wall or on your Instagram page. People, when they go to accept your friend request or your follow request, they're going to go no. So stories are a really good way to do this. Put a call to action on things. So like you can do polls on Instagram. They're really good because you can see who's actually interested. And when you do a poll, instead of saying would you like some more, would you like results like this, instead of saying yes, no, put definitely send me more info. So a double positive. Don't expect your team to do something you wouldn't do. So if you're not doing lives, don't ask your team to do lives. If you're not doing stories, don't ask your team to do it, blah, blah, blah. I've not got very much time left. I'm going to focus now on Sally Evans because for me, she had the best tips. So at the beginning of the year, she went from 12k paid. Yeah?
You want me to stop this recording and start a fresh Zoom up so that you can finish off? And do it properly?
That's a good idea. Yes, the same code, isn't
everyone up for that? If I just end this recording and everyone jump back in on the same link, it'll just start the time again, and then I'll record that as well. So we'll have part 1 and part 2. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to end this one now. Then let's just.